So Ryan Garcia just dropped an interview with MMA journalist Ariel Helwani. And in that interview, he got asked about how the Tank fight was made, what steps they had to go through, what problems they had with making the fight, stuff like that. And then he talked about tune-ups, and he had this to say.
I wanted to fight in October of 2022 to get keep the momentum going. I had just fought in July, and I said I'm going to fight in October, and they told me they were very adamant. We're not going to fight you if you take that fight in December. And I was like, wow, okay. I promised fans that I'm going to do this, and if I can't take a tune up before that, or not a tune up, but if I can't keep active, then whatever. I'm gonna just go and fight Tank. All of a sudden, he don't want to fight in December, and then I'm like, all right, let's fight in January. He agrees to that. Then he says he needs a tune up in January. Then he said, originally it was at a certain weight. Then all of a sudden, it can't be at that weight.
Oh,
So all these things I've had to do, and I was just like, you know what? I'm not gonna fight in January. I'm not gonna go. I'm not gonna have something out of the blue happen to me, and I'm gonna go straight for Tank because I truly believe I'll beat him. I've always have to believe.
Now, like Ryan had said, the negotiations for Tank and Ryan had picked up again, like towards the end of the summer, I think, like August or September. And then Ryan popped up trying to fight this guy, Maxie Hughes. And remember, that's what everybody hopped on Ryan's ass so bad that he hopped on Twitter trying to explain himself because we all thought we were getting a Tank fight next. But the problem was Ryan wanted to fight in October when they were talking about fighting Tank in December. That's only a 2 month difference. That's not realistic. Let's be real. In this day and age of boxing and at that level of fight, that's not realistic. They need time to promote a fight at this level. That just wasn't realistic. And as you could see in Ryan's tweet, he said his team said that was impossible. Or I'm assuming he's saying Tank's team said that was impossible because in the interview clip, he was saying how PBC said if he takes a tune-up in October, then they're not going to accept the fight for December. And a lot of people are using this to say that Tank and the PBC are trying to keep Ryan out of the ring for as long as possible, so he's not as sharp as possible. When if you just opened your ears and paid attention, that's not true at all.
And I was just like, you know what? I'm not going to fight in January. I'm not going to go. I'm not going to have something out of the blue happen to me. And I'm going to go straight for Tank because I truly believe I'll beat him. I've always have to believe.
So what people are saying that Tank is trying to keep him out of the ring is not true. Once the fight got pushed back, they decided that they would take tune-ups. Tank decided he wanted a tune-up. He came out and said he's the one that wanted the tune-up. Even though he didn't really fight a tune-up, he fought a real opponent. He did confirm that. And I can't remember who did that interview where he did say that. But Tank for sure said he wanted to take the fight before the Ryan fight because he wanted to stay sharp. He was out of the ring since May. He only had one fight last year. And if he fights a fight before Ryan, that gives him a chance to have 3 fights in 2023. And in that clip, you heard Ryan clearly say that I just decided I wasn't going to fight in January. I'm just going to go straight on the Tank. So he has the option. He had the option, still has the option to take a tune-up fight. Like he was before, scheduled to take one. But he pulled out of it and said he's going straight on the Tank. So that narrative that y'all trying to kick up, that Tank and the PBC are trying to keep Ryan out of the ring, is false. He could still take a fight this month if he wanted to. And as far as him mentioning the PBC and Tank changing the dates and the weight and all types of other stuff, I kind of believe him because Tank post-fight interview last weekend basically came out and confirmed that too.
Yeah, he agreed with everything.
And then, what did you think of the
We did like this time. He just agreed to everything.
Tank said him and Al was throwing all types of shit at him. And credit to Ryan, he still accepted the fight. So he really trying to make this fight. All credit to him. I can't take that away from him. And I gotta give him credit for how he answered the question about Tank's situation in December, right before, I think the weekend before the Hector Garcia fight.
That is definitely a concern. I mean, I don't know his temperament. I think he might have anger problems, but you know what? I think that in that situation, I'm not gonna really speak on that because I don't know what's going on in his personal life in that dynamic. You know what I mean about him and his girl. I don't know what they do. I don't even want to get into it.
Yeah.
I don't think it's right to hit anybody. A female, but I don't really want to speak on it too much because I don't know the full details.
Gotta salute Ryan for how he handled that question. He said, I don't know his situation with his lady, so I don't know the full details of what happened. I don't support nobody putting their hands on them women, but I don't know the details, so I'm not going to comment about it. Meanwhile, you got Bill Haney sending Tank's mugshot around to Southpaw, celebrating Tank being arrested. And Bill is supposed to be a dude that came from the streets. Meanwhile, Ryan Garcia be twerking and popping his ass on TikTok. And he carried it more G than Bill Haney. Wow. But as far as the fight between Tank and Ryan, the rumored date is April 15th. And as far as who I got in that fight, I think it's a 50-50 fight. I'm sorry to tell y'all. Y'all know Tank my favorite fighter. Tank Shakur, Cool Boy, a couple others. They're my favorite fighters. But I'm not one of those people that even though Ryan is a nut, I agree, Ryan is a nut, I respect Ryan's skill as a fighter. Ryan is a dangerous fighter, especially for Tank. Ryan is huge. He about 5'10". Tank's about 5'5". Ryan's fast. Ryan got power. And in my opinion, Ryan is the most dangerous fight at lightweight for Gervonta Davis. Because even though Devin and Shakur are more technical, they pose no danger at all. They pose no danger. The only thing he has to worry about with Devin Haney is being jabbed to death. He doesn't have to worry about getting hurt. Same with Shakur. Even though Shakur does a little more offensively, he might beat you up a little bit, but he ain't going to knock you out. With Ryan Garcia, Ryan can knock you out. Ryan put shit to sleep. And he got a deep amateur background just like the rest of them. He was 3-3 in the amateurs against Devin Haney. So this is kind of a 50-50. Well, I'm going to say 65 Tank, 35 Ryan. 65-35 fight. Tank ain't going to go in there and just walk through Ryan. I'm telling y'all, Ryan going to win some rounds. Ryan going to make it interesting. He can fight. Don't let him pop in his ass and being weird on Instagram for y'all. Ryan dangerous, man. Ryan more dangerous than Shakur and Devin. Because Ryan put shit to sleep. They don't. But of course, I'm still riding with everybody else that's expecting Tank to win that fight. I do think Tank will beat Ryan. But I think it'll be a tougher fight than people think. But that's what I got for y'all. I'm out.